Anderson County. Welcome to January the 7th, 2025 council meeting, the first council meeting of the new year. Started out our first council meeting of the year with our 6 o'clock swearing in. All council members were sworn in again. Also, we had Councilman Chris Sullivan, newly elect, sworn into office today. Had a large turnout tonight for the swearing in. Also, just for all the council members, but for newly elect Chris Sullivan, would like to welcome him on board. I think he's a fine young man, born and raised here in Anderson County. I think he is going to do a great job for his constituents and do a great job for Anderson County as a whole. I look forward to working with him, and I know our other council members do as well. First rule of business tonight was we elected the chairman and vice chairman. Miss Cindy Wilson nominated Tommy Dunn for chairman, and it was unanimous. I think Chairman Dunn does a great job of controlling meetings, the tone and the atmosphere of the meeting, and he gets things done in a timely and proper and fair manner. So I was glad to see him get reelected as chairman. I was nominated and am grateful to be vice chairman once again, and I want to thank my peers. I work hard and willing to do anything, not only for my district, but anyone else up here, and I think they know that, and it's an honor to be nominated and elected vice chairman. So thank you to all of them. Also tonight, we had third reading on the basically what it is, the bond for the second round of funding for the jail. Instead of bonding all of it at one time, we do it in sections. That way it saves the taxpayers money. If you haven't been out by there, the new jail is coming along very quickly. I think they're ahead of schedule, doing a great job out there. I'm happy to see a local company actually won the bid to build it, and proud to say that hopefully this will keep the state off of us on some of the threats of fines, or the state threatening to come in and just build something and hand the citizens the bill. At least we had input and were able to pick and choose what we actually need here in Anderson instead of having to settle for something. We also had a third reading on, actually it was a project in Greenville County that was a fee and lieu deal that's going into the Joint County Industrial Park. And basically what it was there were some changes, and Greenville County had requested those changes be voted on. We voted to support those changes, which is, again, a reciprocal relationship with Greenville on the projects that they do. They get 1%, or we get 1% of the tax revenue generated, and likewise they do the same on any projects that Anderson County does. So glad we could help our neighbors to the north. Also tonight we had an ordinance to lease a property located at 313 Tower Street to Well Ministries, and I think it's first reading, and most people are aware now you have to have 3 readings, then we'll have a public hearing before it goes final. I had quite a few calls. I think there is some misconceptions on what is actually going on there. It is a treatment facility. I guess it'd be just like a hospital. I mean, you have an illness or a sickness, you go in. It's going to be fenced in. The people aren't allowed to come.
Residential.
Yeah, residential treatment center. The people are not allowed to come and go as they please. I mean, if they leave with a counselor to go get medical help or go jobs to apply for jobs. And I think overall something was said about the terms of the lease, but basically either party has the right, as of the way it was written on this first reading, 90 days to write in and just terminate the lease altogether. So the reason for the long term, which I called and questioned, I'm like, why are we not just stair-stepping it? But it goes into a state deal, and the lease has to be a certain extended period of time in order for them to qualify for the opioid money that the state has to treat these people. And I'm glad to see that something is going there. They'll be, once they take over the lease, the county's not responsible for maintaining the property or the building, so that'll take that off the county, and it will help. It's women only, alcohol and drugs, and hopefully we'll see get some of the people the help they need and get them back to being a productive part of society. I know we had some concerns from some local business owners in downtown Anderson, but I think those concerns will be addressed, and I think some of the concerns were more rumored or not really all the information. They don't really have all the information. So again, I talked to our legal staff, Mr. Jordan Thayer, Mr. Leon Harmon. I talked with our administrator and had some questions and points on the lease that they addressed for me, and I think that we'll sit down and come up with a little better tweak, better quality, and also to ease the minds of the citizens and property owners in downtown Anderson. So, you know, it is a county facility, and the county has final say so, but you also want to be a good steward and a good neighbor to, you know, our city and our downtown. I love downtown Anderson. I appreciate the job that our Mayor Roberts and his council staff are doing, and I think that there's some issues that we could actually sit down and work hand in hand together to come up with viable solutions. So, you know, I look forward to that. Also, tonight there was it's a short meeting, but it was basically, I think, not much was scheduled to allow Mr. Sullivan to, you know, he's been coming to all the council meetings, but to allow him to get his feet wet and hit the ground running. I think he did a great job tonight. We had a former mill site, the old River Mill site, that we had monies to clean up, and it's a volunteered cleanup, and we had to sign an agreement to get the money for the cleanup that, you know, we're only allowed to do certain things. So, you know, it could be used for a commercial use site or multifamily residential, and basically I think what it's going to do is it's a small tract, 8.56 acres, but it's actually cleaned up the site, and it will be utilized to generate more tax revenue, to get it back on the tax map books, and also to fill a need that we have here in Anderson County. So that was a good part of it. And basically finally tonight we had I know all the council members, we had several people apply for the Planning Commission at large seat. Every council member showed up to all the meetings for the interviews, and as Ms. Wilson stated and I stated, I was very excited at the quality and the caliber of people that applied. I think you know, I hear a lot of people say, oh, you don't need a realtor on there, you don't need this. But, you know, you've got to have the diversity. You've got to have someone with the expertise. It is, people don't realize or understand that you can't just turn a project down for no reason. I mean, you have to have valid reasons. And, you know, oh, the school can't handle it. But when you have a letter from the school superintendent going, hey, we've got plenty of room, we can handle it, you have to be able to balance those, because what will happen is they turn it down out of emotion instead of by facts, and they walk straight across the street to the new courthouse and they file an appeal, and it costs the taxpayers, not only if the project's in my district or somewhere, it costs all the taxpayers. So I think this new addition of Mr. Michael Burns, I think he has a civil background, and I think he will be able be a huge asset to our planning commission now. I think we have a good planning commission. I think there's always room for improvement, education, being able to look at a project and turn it down or approve it by viable facts, not emotion. And that way, when it does get appealed, it can be upheld, you know. And it's, I tell people, you know, it's like being an attorney in the court of law. I mean, you go in, you don't presume someone's guilty by the way they look or their haircut. You know, you have to build a case, and I think that's what we're starting to see. I think our planning commission is doing a great job. I think it's only going to get better, and I'm looking forward to seeing the improvements there and the factual base to be able to sit up here and support the decisions that they make. And just glad to be here, looking forward to 2025. And if anyone has any questions or concerns, regardless what district you're in, don't ever hesitate to reach out to me. Thank you very much, and Happy New Year.